Welcome, episode 7, 12-foot podcast. I'm wearing I'm wearing a bulletproof vest this week. It's on Lauren. I had it in the closet, and I was like, let me go put this on. It's all thugged out and shit. It was fun. How's everybody's week going?
So far, so good for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Y'all sound bored as shit. That has been a light. It hasn't been that. I saw. Oh wait, I want to talk like sports real quick. So Luka came out last night with. Did you watch that game? Anybody watch it?
I saw that. I saw the highlight. I read up on it. I didn't see the actual game. I was
triple-double. And Bron dropped 30. I think 37 or something like that. He dropped a lot of points on him.
Yeah.
Not bad for a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Go James.
Well, not bad at all for a 40-year-old. I agree. It's he's
not gonna deny his greatness. The tide's starting to shift.
He is a great 40-year-old.
No, he's the best ever at
he's
any
the best
age.
Ever. He's the best ever 40-year-old.
Best 18-year-old, 19, 20, 21, 22, all the way up to 40.
There begs the question, but we can appreciate what he's doing right now. We can bask in his glory of we'll see what happens. See if they make a run, that'll be interesting.
They will. They're gonna win. They're gonna win it all. Luka's getting his legs back. He got a triple-double last night, and Austin Reeves looked good. Everybody looked good. Defense was defense.
Yeah. Austin Reeves is coming along.
Yeah, he's gonna be something. He can be something different next year. I think he's gonna break out and average like 25 points a game and 8.
Yeah. He could be one of those type players.
One of those guys. Yeah, just a little white LeBron James or something. Not as strong, but like he got the skill set. He's crafty too. Maybe more like Steph Curry type. He's starting to connect. His three balls looking crazy. Pause.
Was this the All-Star game y'all talking about?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. No. This is just a regular game. So, Luka Dončić got traded to the Lakers, right? Lauren?
Oh, no. Me? Oh, no, I didn't know that. No.
Do you even care? No, we talked about it on this particular
sports
show.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too up on my sports, but I'm here.
You're here.
I'm learning.
Anyway, so Luka is probably top 3 in the league, best players.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they traded him to the Lakers for a 7-foot tall, injury-prone, very good athlete. I love Anthony Davis, but he's just gets injured every play. Seems to pull his groin muscle all the time, which is crazy because it's like I don't understand how that works, but I don't know. I guess I don't know. Like I always think about like professional athletes. How do you? They're all hard bodies. Pause. So it's like if you're getting hit, like elbows, all that type of stuff, it probably could break something or bruise something severe.
Oh yeah, you see Embiid, man, is guaranteed.
Oh, that
like
guy's
$70 million, like in 2 years. Like he's got like $59 million, then $65 million.
He ain't never gonna play again.
70 million. Crazy. They're talking about breaking his hip all up and doing all this kind of crazy.
Oh, seriously,
stuff,
that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're gonna trade. Well, they can't trade him now. It's impossible.
Well, there was some surgery. I don't know. Surgery he had went very poorly. So.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah. So they're talking about doing some. Yeah, they're talking about doing some procedure. They have to break his hip, and do some other shit. Yeah. So
he won't be back till 2028 or something, right?
Yeah. I mean,
since we talk about sports, I don't know. Eagles decided not to go to the White House. You hear about that?
Oh yeah. I did hear about that.
I don't understand why.
I mean,
who cares? I this has been a trend. So I don't know if that stuff like should be politicized, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't know. The people hate Trump that much. I mean, I don't like him, but it's just like he is the president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know why that's a tradition anyway to go to the White House. I mean, I guess it's so they can just say congratulations.
It's one of those things that they do.
Yeah, pageantry. Yeah,
pageantry.
So who exactly declined the offer? Like the coach or the owner?
I think the whole team.
The whole team. Yeah, they decided. They probably did like a little vote, like put your hand up if you don't want to go. since most of the team is
In
black.
majority.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I can see Trump coming out saying some ignorant shit. Like, oh yeah, we taking away all the welfare and your mamas was on the welfare before you got into the NFL. I could hear him saying that bullshit.
Oh, I saw this one dude. He has a it came up on my IG. He basically goes on like chats or whatever, and it's like crazy. I forgot the dude's name, but he interacts with people, and a lot of them are just like super racist and stuff, like where they're talking all crazy to him. It's like on that Omegle chat or whatever. And he's yeah, that's his whole Instagram. He's wearing a mask, but everybody he's engaging with is like,
and he catches him saying like the N-word and stuff.
Yeah. They're just like going in. They're just like going in.
I seen him get these little white girls and like, no, I gotta go to school.
But no, these people are purposely like, as soon as they see his face, and they start going in, Nazi sign, like flags. Yeah, his page is crazy. It's
I gotta go see
I should have sent you. Yeah, I should have sent you his.
Have y'all ever been on Omegle or whatever that's called?
Nah, I never been on it.
A long time ago when I was young. I shouldn't have been on there. But yeah, it's not worth it. It's a crazy place.
Yeah, it's so weird. I watched this whole documentary. Not a documentary. Like this YouTuber did a thing about how these creators, most of them stream on like Rumble or Kick, like the worst streaming platforms, and they go in there and like try to pick up young girls, and they be like asking them their age. They were like, "Oh, 7 year." Like this is what they say. The one dude was like, "How old are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm 17." And then he's like, "What? I couldn't hear you." And I'm 17. He's like, "Wait, what? What?" And then the girl goes, "Whatever, I'm 18." And he's like, "Oh, okay, what's up? What's good?" Like, and I'm like, this dude just like, and the girl's young, so what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And then he starts getting their numbers, and then like the whole thing was like a couple of these things they ended up hooking up with these chicks, and so basically they're both like pedophiles. It's like a breeding ground for like all types of crazy shit too. Because people.
Oh, you hear this? This thing, the Atlanta police blame Lil Baby for deadly gang shooting that claimed the lives of two 13-year-old boys in 2024. Says Atlanta police have called out Lil Baby, saying that cowardly actions are what started a chain of events that led to the death of 13-year-old. So,
my lights on. Well, what did he do again?
Saying gang members opened fire, striking 3 children who were bystanders. 7 suspects have been arrested for the crime. In addition, authorities state 2 rival gangs were targeted as a result of 3 men that were shot during Lil Baby's music video. Oh yeah, I remember there was a shooting at his music video last year. I thought no one got hit though. I saw
13-year-old died.
They said 2. Yeah.
That's wild. That is music. Why are they shooting music videos? Once I get money, I wouldn't go back to the hood to shoot music videos. I ain't trying to keep it that real. I've been seeing like Jadakiss and them always back in their hood, but it's different in New York. You come back to the hood, they love you. Atlanta's a little different. LA, I don't know. They do drive-bys if you ain't wearing the same color or the right color.
This joint is all over IG right now. This is like a press conference on this shit.
They're trying to lock up all these rappers, man. All these rappers, man. They got Thug. That LA district attorney, man, whatever her name is, she sucks. She's really good at like trying to put black men in prison. Whatever.
Yeah,
so it's a mess. Speaking of killings, did you guys see that thing about the vegan cult that like is on a murder spree right now?
Oh yes,
vegan
cult. Yeah, I watched the whole thing on it. Like it's weird, bro. They first this cult. They bought a tugboat and were living on a tugboat for the past 4 or 5 years, right? And the shit started to like deteriorate and it sank. So now they're on land and they're going around killing their families and doing all types of crazy shit. Their leader is some weird guy. I don't know. But apparently the only thing I know about them is that they're vegan, and also it just shows you. Go vegan. This is what happens.
That's a little crazy.
You need more protein in your life, these kids. But that's wild. I don't know. It's they're running around. They're still out there, a couple of them, but they arrested like 2 or 3 of them that got caught in the act or whatever. So we'll see.
Cults are always very interesting.
Mhm.
Cults are
Right.
interesting phenomena. Like
What's your favorite cult?
I don't think I have. I mean, the most famous ones in my opinion are the Jim Jones, obviously,
Jimmy Jones
and
Jim.
Dave Koresh. Those are the two biggest ones that come to mind for me.
I love cults that are like pyramid scheme cults. You know, like the
Remember
the
back in the day,
Prime
yeah, it was like
Americas.
get your electric bill. Are you paying more than 50 cents a month for your electric bill? Then
That was
we
a
have a
cult.
solution for you. Well, no, you go to those hotels and they have the whole thing, the pyramid scheme, and they'll be like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
if you can get, do you have a grandmother? Do you have an aunt? Do you have an uncle? If you can get them to switch to XRLE
That's what they do with
electric,
solar panels now.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
And we have and we have cell phone, and we have light bill, everything, water bill. I don't even know how that whole situation was supposed to work, but some other alternative to the gas service or the electric service that you had already set up. They had a solution for that.
They always have a solution for something. This is crazy. So Lauren was nice enough to write an article about cults here.
No.
That's what it says on the screens. You
Oh,
wrote
really?
this,
Oh,
Lauren.
Lauren Cesaro.
Let's just pretend that's you. So what were you, the People's Cult? Oh, that's the Jim Jones cult.
Jim Jones, I
Right,
told
yeah,
you.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Jones, Jimmo.
And then probably number 2 is David Koresh. Yeah.
I bet you it's the Manson family.
Oh,
Mm.
Manson.
They were crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
David Koresh is
Manson,
number-
Heaven's
number-
Gate. Oh, Heaven's Gate was the. Wait,
Oh, when they thought they were
the,
going
the,
to
with the Nikes and the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yo, those shoes, yo, you go on eBay. They worth a lot of money if you could find them. They should retro those, but I don't know. Branch David.
Oh, Davidians. Yeah,
Davidians?
Yeah, I remember that.
The hell is that?
Yeah, yeah, that was a crazy one too.
You know, a few years they're gonna have the Trump cult on one of these things. Like they storm the Capitol and follow.
Do y'all remember?
I'm surprised they didn't have David Koresh on there.
They didn't. I mean, famous.
Do y'all
cult
remember
leaders.
Warren Jeffs? Did y'all hear about that?
Oh yeah. No, he's crazy
That's
too.
like
They
the
found
only
that
one I
safe.
know.
They found that safe in his Warren Jeffs. Yeah, he was like a crazy Mormon dude.
Mm-hmm.
Teen Vogue. A crazy Mormon dude. He killed people. Heaven's Gate.
Well,
yeah,
he just had a whole. Oh yeah, Heaven's Gate. Yeah,
He was just marrying a bunch of people. Well, a bunch of
Yeah.
women and kids.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't he have the pyramid scheme? There was one that was like.
Well, he had a whole compound he was building. I mean, it was a whole crazy situation.
Was that the one
And
that
then
was molesting the little girls? Like he married.
Yeah,
little
they found.
girls?
Well, they had a whole
Yeah.
bunch of tapes.
Yeah.
They found a secret. Room where he was like he was recording everything. Oh yeah, David Koresh. Yeah, that David Koresh stuff was crazy, man. Because they had a real shootout with the FBI. A few agents died off of that, like getting shot.
Look at that. These look like people we might know. And they're in a cult. I don't know how you get into that shit, man. I can't even like.
Yeah.
Well, look at
Doesn't make
Scientology,
sense.
man. Scientology. I mean, Tom Cruise don't even talk to his kids. It's like crazy.
He's still acting though.
I know he's still, and that's the thing. I don't understand. I mean,
He gives all his money
gets-
to Scientology, I think, right?
yeah, and he's huge. He does huge, big stuff. But he doesn't have any relationship with his children.
A lot of few people in Hollywood are Scientologists.
Yeah. But you can't really, unless they're Scientologists, you can't have any relationship with your family.
That's
So,
a shame.
Mm.
That chick from King of Queens, it's like escaped the Scientology.
Oh yeah.
I forgot her name.
Yeah. I saw her,
She had a little. They did a documentary.
Going clear. Yeah, going clear.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, because that's what they would call it. They would have you hold the little rides and say you're going clear to give all your deep dark secrets, and they would record you, and they called it going clear in Scientology. So yeah,
that's so. I don't know, man. I don't understand cults and pyramid schemes and all that shit. Like people. I'm dead serious. People go and get into these things. Like I watched this thing on YouTube about pyramid schemes, how they're essentially cults because you you get into them, you're attached to these people, and you always try to go out, convince people to join, and get their money or whatever, and they rinse and repeat the same action over and over again, and try to pull in the same people or pull in more people. I mean, so it's a very sad thing.
No.
It's not a fun time in America with those things, or anywhere really that does them. So, Trump kissing Elon Musk. Oh, did you see that video? That was fun.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Trump saw that. I mean, like, he didn't say nothing about it. But he came out with that video. I was just watching. He came out with a video, an AI video of Gaza being a resort. Did you see that shit? Like, it turned Gaza into it's like
that he posted. Oh.
Yeah, he posted it on his Truth Social account, and there was belly dancers with beards, and him and Elon Musk and Putin laying out by the water. Oh no, not Putin. What's the dude who runs Israel? Netanyahu. They're on beach chairs with their shirts off, chilling.
He posted it on his social media platforms.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I don't even.
He just do not care.
He don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. It's so weird. Like, it's slowly taking over all this shit. And nobody says anything or does anything. It's just like, hey, whatever. It's to take it, fascism, whatever. Yeah. Let's do it. I mean, it hasn't gotten there quite yet, but I'm tooling up, man. I'm about to.
Yeah, I see you got your bulletproof vest on.
Gotta have that. Yeah, that's essential. Well, I gotta get some bullets now.
Your slug proof. You got your slug proof.
I don't know if this could. That's just all fluff, but I'm definitely getting me some tools, man. I'm gonna get a couple of shotguns, AR. I'm gonna buy me dude. I'm getting one of those things that can make my own bullets in the house. I don't have to think about going to the store.
They're gonna be at your door.
I mean, they gotta be at a lot of American stores. So everybody got guns, man. What's it like? 400 million guns or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. In Ohio, that stuff in Cincinnati was crazy.
Oh, they were out in the bridge. Yeah. Why was that? Like, you sent me that video. I don't even understand like what was going on.
It was like some Nazis that was there protesting or something. They was just like, not in this neighborhood. This is basically saying like, get out of our neighborhood type situation. So
I'm surprised the cops handled that so well.
Yeah, they did. They were like,
for the most part. But what's bothered me? Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They're always waiting. They like. They police black folks different than white folks because they were like, oh yeah, the white guys are just standing there when they should have been shoving off the white guys, not the black.
Yeah,
that's what kind of bothered me a little bit about it. But I also understand that the community was very enraged. I would be pissed if there was some Nazis down the street here, but
I'm just talking crazy.
Yeah, but they had all their guns out, which is amazing. I'm surprised nobody got shot. The cops did a good job of handling that, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
I feel like that should have been on the news. Was it on the news?
No, they don't care about that stuff.
I know.
Anytime black people get any type of press for doing like anything that shows black people doing something
coming together,
positive, coming together, they don't want to poke the bear. That. Yeah, look, they did it in the 1960s and 70s with the Black Panthers, and look what happened. Community started coming together, and then they were like, "Oh, we got to shut that down." So we're never giving any of that shit press again.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for, to invoke that community. So, baby, wow, there's really nothing going on this week.
Yeah,
another plane.
It was
another plane. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 planes.
Yeah.
2 planes. It was one diverted, and then the other one.
Is this because people are paying more attention? Like, a lot of the stuff hasn't resulted in a fatality.
One was diverted because it had a bomb threat, and it was diverted to London. It had a whole escort of F-16s for the rest of the trip, and then one also got mysteriously diverted but there hasn't been anybody talking about it. I don't know. It's
all a big conspiracy.
Yeah,
it's all a big conspiracy.
But I mean, anytime there's something involving air travel, that is always typically news, because that's a rare occurrence for something to go awry in air travel, especially with the U.S. plane. So
interesting. I was at a event this Monday for entrepreneurs or whatever. It's sort of something that they're trying to do in my local area. And I found it interesting. Sean, have you ever been to stuff like that? Like where it's like just a bunch of business people, local? Or...
Yeah.
I always find these things fascinating, especially in a smaller area, because this is the first time I've ever been to something like that in the town I live in right now, Dayton, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of small businesses. It's just I going around the room
Mhm.
and talking to the different people. There was a lot of restaurant owners, a lot of people who had like video music production companies, whatever. Those a lot of them started talking to me, and I was out of and just the mayor was there, who's an interesting character. Man, he reminded me of Boomerang. Remember what's his name? Eddie Murphy's dad in the show, in the movie.
Yeah.
Witherspoon, right?
Witherspoon, yeah. Mushroom belt.
With the mushroom.
I got a mushroom belt.
This brother had a mushroom everything. Not mushroom, but he had some crazy
like a
wardrobe,
paisley
bro.
something.
Yeah, dog. He was showing me the inside of his. He opened up his jacket, like, oh, look at the patterns he was wearing. So I was like, oh man, you wearing a maroon
Is his
suit?
name Jeff Mims?
Yeah, damn, you doing?
Okay.
Oh, she's doing really.
Yeah, I looked it up.
You know what's crazy about her generation? They use Google for everything. Oh, I can't spell like while you're talking to them, they're Googling something that they don't understand.
No, that's true.
Which I find amazing, because I remember how like we'd be thinking about or just don't care after, like, but their generation just Googles it right away. He's a cool guy. Him and I talked a little bit. He's up for re-election. Very colorful character, but I found it fascinating. I want to get your guys' take on these things, because especially Sean, since you've been like being that you're more established, and sometimes you're in these rooms and you're trying to figure out like, how can you help, or what do you do to help people, right? You can't really do a lot, right? Because there was a lot of brothers in there, because the minute they saw me and had heard my story, they were like, oh shit, you know people, they all of a sudden get into this mode where it's like, oh, you can get me a record deal type of shit. Like, bro, it don't work that way. And I keep and one guy like literally just came up to me, was like, I got a restaurant, how much does it cost for your service? And I looked at him, I was like, what's your budget? And then clearly, and I know he might listen to this one day, but clearly he was making this shit up. He's like, oh yeah, I talked to another, I got like 10, 12, they quoted me like $10,000-$12,000. I'm like, what's your budget though? Like, is that your budget, or that's what somebody's quoting you? Because I'm going to quote you more, and you're not going to get much from me for that. And he didn't understand what that meant. And I'm like, bro, in marketing and anything, and Sean, you know this as well as I do, you have to understand when you're going into these things how, at least some of the basics, maybe, like of understanding like the marketplace and how things go, and what and the platforms that you're on. Now, mind you, when you're at a point where you're like what you do, you're in you have a title company or whatever, right? So you have to understand, there's special people that do marketing for title companies. You're not going to go to some guy and just says, oh, I know how to get you more followers on Instagram, and go get it, right? So I'm like, okay, you have a restaurant, and you know how, and like the basics are you just understanding. Yeah, you have a platform, go cook some shit, put it on Instagram, and then you have these things. I showed him, like, it's pretty easy. There's a little button here called, boost your post or whatever. You can spend like $50 on your own and learn and understand it before you hire an agency to push your shit out there. Because what I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell you, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get it. And then when it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? You're not going to, that's it. You just spent $10,000-$12,000, and it hits a certain, you have to, like, when you start throwing money behind things, and you have to, first have momentum, and then understand, okay, this is the type of thing I want. If you're doing from the grassroots, it takes more money initially. And I have clients that blow that type of money, and it works for them. They spend 6 figures on certain things. And they understand at least that this is where it's going, and they want results, which they get. So it's just weird, like in the small business, and it harkens me back to back in the day. Like, oh, just because you know somebody or something, that people think you could instantly put them on. And I mean, it never hurts to ask, but then I got out of that. Me personally, I got out of that mindset for some reason. Well, you know that. I don't even, I've met, you know how that goes. I always feel like I have to come back to these people with something tangible for me to even consider working with them, or asking for investment, or doing whatever. So, and then that's basically how it works, unless you're really passionate about something like that.
Yeah. This is gonna say, unless you have real passion for it, I mean, that's that is how it goes. I agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in that aspect. But I told a lot of people. I was just telling everybody, yeah, you got to do this shit yourself for a little bit, and then we were talking about the projects that I'm trying to do. But I feel like it's those rooms are interesting to me because I don't know. I felt good energy, and it was the first time in a long time, well, since I've been out here, that I was like, all right, these are the types of people I want to be around. But then at the same time, I'm like, I like being around them in this space, but not outside of this space. So I look at my phone, I got like 15 text messages from random people I met that night, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you because I don't feel like talking to people.
Yeah.
And then that's maybe a personality thing. I don't know. But yeah, networking and all that shit. My point is, it's really not for me. I'm not really a networker.
Yeah, well, not everybody is. There's nothing wrong with
that. I don't know, man. You keep a tight circle, but then that also, I mean, it keeps you away from certain opportunities sometimes. Who knows? I don't know. Like, how did you meet the people you got, like, that helped invest in your stuff? Like, how did you meet them?
Oh, through real estate. Yeah.
From real estate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know. Maybe I look at the world differently. It's probably the reason why I'm broke and wearing a bulletproof vest and stuff.
Yeah. That can't stop no bullets.
That can't stop no bullets. Yeah.
So wait, what's your preferred way of networking nowadays if you wasn't really feeling the event too much?
I think I just have such a good circle. It's like this is the way I learned. Sean, you could probably elaborate on this more. When you meet people in life, like people who are successful gravitate towards each other, right? And tend to help each other and keep each other around. So through my career, I've met a lot of very good people who've helped me along the way. People like Human, Eric Ferrari, Sean, like people like that. And then there's people outside my family, my sister, my mother-in-law has been very helpful in mentoring me. I have people like my friend Peggy Fry. She used to be the CRO of a company I worked at, and it's just different people because they understand. Like, we become friends, but we also keep in contact because we know that, hey, this person might have an opportunity. That's where it got started and where I'm at. And then there's people that I've actually mentored, like Alex, who's over at RCA. He gives us a ton of business, and he came, he came to me with the opportunity and was like, "Hey, I need some help." And then, like, all the agency businesses that I have, and I just keep getting different types of people that I kind of become friends with, and then we kind of work together and break bread. And from there, it's just more or less like the clients that we have are amazing. So a lot of them, even though I haven't met a lot of them face to face in the last couple of years, I feel like, when I go out to California or back up to New York, I'll be able to, be around them more and build those bonds and relationships. And then when they go somewhere else or I go somewhere else, we all reconnect. And that's just the way it's been my whole life with this stuff. I don't know about you, Sean, but that's just the way it's always been with me.
Yeah. Just organic, organic connections. Yeah. I mean, I find it when you go to events, a lot of times people will, give you a lot of the window dressing. Yeah. No, give me a call. Yeah, no, we got to get together. Like people just exchange information, and it's rare for it to go somewhere. I've had situations, obviously, being in the business so long that it has, but it's not a high, success rate.
How many of those things do you entertain though? Like,
well, I mean, before I would go, I don't go to as much now, but before I would go to quite a few events, couple, 2, 3 a day, seemed like some weeks. And, but now, not so much, very, very few. But same going to them now. It's, people, oh man, give me your info. Oh, I was just looking for your card the other day. I'm like, bro, my cell's been the same.
Yeah, that's what's crazy
forever.
About some of that stuff. Yeah, like you don't
come on, you don't need my car. Like, you have my info.
I don't understand how, like,
you can literally Google me.
Yeah. That's what's crazy about, like, people. I feel like connections. They, like, God. I'm not I'm a spiritual person, I guess, but God puts people in a place for a reason. Like for instance, like Lauren, you would not even know who the hell I or Sean or any of this was if it wasn't for
Right.
Mike, who knows Octavian. And Octavian I've known for damn near 20 years, and him and I just he's friends with really good friends, like best friends with Juan Pierce, who used to work for me at one point. But Octavian just came out of nowhere, and randomly, we just connected, right, on something. And now he works with us, and he's like really intricate part of this business. And then he brought in Mike, and Mike brought you in, and you guys are all kind of doing things, mind you, very small things, not anywhere near, but regardless. And this is why I always say to people, regardless of where you end up here or outside of here, the experience in meeting these people, because you wouldn't have met me, then turn you wouldn't have met Sean, and then whoever else we might expose you to through the podcast. But make those genuine connections. And at least now you know you have friends. And if you ever say, hey, like what can is
somebody in this place,
somebody or whatever, and we could always help you out if there's resources or whatever. Very rarely do I help people out unless there's something that's mutually beneficial. That's what I've learned later on in life. Because remember, like Sean knows this, back in the day, we had these grandiose dreams, like everybody was going to be on, right? Like, oh yeah, this guy's going to get signed and like to a record label, and we're going to be living like this, and we bringing all the homeboys with us, and we're going to be living on a yacht. It don't work that way, and those same people that we like, mind you, if I ever became a billionaire or a multi-millionaire, I'm taking all the people with me. I don't care. Like Sean and I might be in a race to get there first, and I'll definitely take whatever handouts he got for me. All of them, bro. All of them. I will take all the money and opportunity, whatever you want to give me, I'll take it. So, and same, vice versa. If I cut any of my boys a check, they gonna cash it. It don't matter. But I'd be happy to do that because everybody,
I mean that's what it's about.
Break the bread, share the wealth, and that's just the way we've always been. So it's crazy. And then you build just bonds with people. You know what I'm saying? Like I always look at like just everybody that's been around us has been like more of an asset. Just from life lessons. Even I had some actually. I did get the KFC that I showed y'all. I honestly should have got the Popeyes.
Oh,
I'm thinking about it.
I told you that Popeyes comes crispy, man.
No, it was good. It was just like I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, to Lauren's point from last week, it could have been crispier. Popeyes, I mean the KFC's a little soggy. It was tasty though. But now I have to run it through the air fryer. I didn't eat it. Like I bought a bunch of it, I bought like 8 pieces, and I ate like 3 of them, and I put the rest in the fridge. But tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, whenever I get back to it, put that joint in the air fryer, crisp it up a little bit, and we'll be good. That's why I enjoy it the day after, 2 days after, 3 days after. So there's no mold on it. Oh man! Speaking of, let's keep it moving. Sorry, I went off on that tangent. By the way, it's just like that. Me off, yo. And when I do talk to him, you're gonna get some words. So this high school baller chick, did you see this young lady who scored the quintuple-double something? Did you hear about that?
Oh no.
Let me show you. I'll play the thing. She's better than Michael Jordan, in my opinion. Hold on.
So that she's better than LeBron then?
No, she's better than Michael Jordan. Nobody's better than LeBron. What are you talking about?
Except for Michael Jordan.
Who? This man always vouching.
MJ.
You and your false idol.
MJ.
What the hell is this button? Yo, there's so many stupid little share. Here it is. This girl.
Damn.
18.
Wait, let me reload the page.
What? That's a crazy stat line.
Is you need to know because she just did something last night that I've never seen before. Have you ever seen anyone have a quintuple-double? Kira Reynolds is a high school basketball.
Look at that stat. 14 points, 18 rebounds, 12 assists, 11 steals, and 10 blocks.
Wow.
I don't know how, and aren't high school games shorter?
Yeah. Well, I would think someone's done that before though in high school, like a top, like one of the, somebody who went to the league. I would think somebody's probably done that.
It's ever been done.
No, I would think somebody's done that. Because look, you're gonna tell me in high school LeBron couldn't get 10 steals because he can get double everything else.
No, I mean a triple-double.
He could
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but he could
blocks,
get
steals, everything.
he could get in high school. He could. You don't think anybody in high school like a
He played
like
on the ball a lot, so I don't know. This
like
girl's big. She's 6'4".
or like a
Wow.
yeah. I mean,
She's
we should look it
6'4".
up.
I mean, look. Don't. I never. Yeah, I think.
But no, it's amazing. It's amazing though. It's amazing. I just feel like
amazing.
I feel like it's probably been done by somebody before though.
Are you trying to say
Because-
it's been done by a man before?
No, it's been done by. I mean, it's probably been done by other. It's been done
Other
by
women?
other women before too. Like think
Maybe
about
you
all the
think so? You
talent.
know this?
Cheryl Swoops or whatever.
Let's Google this. I want to see if what's it, Quintuple-Double. Let's see if somebody's
Yeah.
done this before. I don't know. Maybe I might be bugging. I'm just trying to trap you or something. Make
Let's
you look
see.
silly. I'm looking. All right, so share this tab. I'm sharing my Googles. All right, Quintuple is a rare basketball achievement in which a player scores at least 10 points and blah 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 blah. NBA. Oh, Wilt Chamberlain did it. Maybe.
Well, he
Okay,
did in the NBA
I don't believe a lot of these stats. Like nobody. You know, it's funny. Somebody said this
because they didn't
the other day.
record they didn't record like blocks and stuff. You know?
Nobody record. No, nobody had a camera or anything. Like they had games going into the 1940s that they were like filming. They didn't film these magical moments with the best player in the world at the time. Are you serious? Oh, he scored 100 points in some. Oh, they didn't have electricity in the gym. That's why. So he's playing by candlelight and the fuck out of here, man. Yeah. So according to this, Wilt Chamberlain did it in 1968. Okay. Okay, yeah, another Tamika chatting of Dunningham. She did it in a high school.
Yeah.
So Kira,
I would
so
think
two
a
women.
lot of high school. Yeah.
Oh, they already quit. Look at that. 53 points. Wow, 53 points, 32 rebounds, 14 assists, 11 steals, 24 blocks. Shot 82% from the field. Wow.
Oof.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, his stuff is crazy.
Will we ever see a quadruple? So only 3 players have ever done it. 2 women and maybe Wilt Chamberlain.
So I was looking up this Kara Reynolds. It says first quintuple-double in Indiana high school history. So there must be a lot of them. Maybe it's just if we look up high school, but
no, there's only 2. I just said the internet just said there was only 2 recorded.
Well, they said in first time in Indiana high school history.
What? So what? That's
Well, no. I'm just saying.
It doesn't mean
if there was only 2 ever, they would say second ever recorded. They're saying the first ever in the state. I mean, come on. If we go that's not. I mean, that's a bad headline. Whoever wrote that, if they did it that way, if this is the second time ever or the third time ever, then you wouldn't reference it as the first time in the state history. You'd be like, this is the third time this has ever happened. Period. So. I think that reference tells me that it's happened in high school because a lot of
wait. So nobody in college has ever done it.
Well, high school, I'm saying high school because these kids go to NBA or WNBA. They're probably crushing high school. I mean, they might be able to have a triple-double by.
You really
halftime.
just.
No, I'm saying when these kids think of the talent of
2 people
WNBA.
have done it. 2 people have done it, and
in high school,
supposedly
in history.
Wilt Chamberlain did it.
No, in high school.
Yeah, 2. It just
school.
literally says it here. It says here 2 high school. Google. Do you think Google lies? Wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm sharing the wrong tab. Google lies? I mean, it does
see.
sometimes, but yeah. Ask. You want to ask?
Every time I'm looking up, it keeps coming up NBA. I'm trying to find high. It's probably harder to find high school.
No.
No, I'm saying
I'm pretty sure somebody's done it, but in recorded history, 2 people have done it in high school, 2 young ladies, and 1 Wilt Chamberlain in a magical game that probably never happened. Okay, so I believe that between 1997 and 2025, nobody has gotten a double, right? Not even Russell Westbrook or LeBron James or Michael Jordan. In your head, Michael Jordan probably did it, but he probably did do it when he was stat padding him back in the 88 season.
Let's see.
He's still looking this up. You know, Lauren, you got this one thing about Sean. when he comes
He
up
can't
with
be
even
wrong.
he
No,
can't be
no,
wrong.
I'm
It doesn't matter. It's not even like
I'm telling.
he's not. He's
Listen.
just saying just because the headline was misleading or
Well,
phrased
it's
wrong.
very
Now all
very,
of a sudden there must have been more
well,
quintuple-doubles than
because
that one.
why would you label it? Okay, here we go.
No, because the writer sucks. That's a simple answer. The writer just doesn't know.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's
Here we go. Here we go.
sensationalized.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He found something. I wish I could share your screen here. Why don't you
Here
send
we
a
go.
link in the chat or something here? I wish we were
Hold on.
streaming this live,
Hold on.
which we might start doing soon, which I think will
Hold
help
on.
us a lot because I know
Most
most contributors
what-
triple doubles.
what is this? A quadru? It was Quadruple?
Quintuple double. I can't even say it. Look on the screen. Read that shit. Quintuple double.
Quadruple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that's so crazy. Some girl had 4 quadruple doubles. That was the
no.
was 4
We're
doubles.
talking about hitting five stats.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And 1,
trying to
2,
find-
3, 4, 5. 5 things on the stat line. I know Shaq did in the NBA. He got the 4.
I think David Robinson did. Oh yeah,
Yeah, David Robinson did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did quadruple double.
Uh,
Shaq did it. I'm pretty sure LeBron would probably do that every night.
well, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking LeBron could get 10 steals. I mean, LeBron can get in high school. He could probably get 10 steals.
Shoot, when he was I think he could have got it by his 5th year in the NBA. He could have got some kind of thing like that. But you got to share the ball and whatever.
And Allen Iverson too could get 10 steals. Allen Iverson would average
Maybe.
3 steals in the NBA.
Okay. So wait, are you going to concede now that only 3 people in the history of recorded history have gotten this done?
I can't find any.
No. This is recorded. This is like this is what's on record. 2 high school people did it, and they were both women. And Wilt Chamberlain probably got one. I don't believe it, but he probably did get it.
Let's see. Although, let's see.
We can come back next week and talk.
Oh, they're
about
saying
this.
Bill. They're saying Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, God. Bill Russell got that.
Chamberlain.
All right.
Well, I'll come. Yeah. I'll have some. I'll
No,
send
you
some
won't.
stuff.
You won't. You're not gonna have
It'll
any.
be high school.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. No, there's no. I have it in front of. Look on the screen. Take a screenshot. It's right here.
Oh, here we
Kira
go.
Reynolds,
So pretty
Tamika
good, so
Catchings are the only 2 people to get that stat line ever.
Oh, hold on.
Besides Wilt. Oh,
They
God.
say this. Who's Kiana
Can't be no
Christmas?
Who?
Kiana Christmas. It says Kiana Christmas, a senior at Fonda Fultonville High School in upstate New York. She got 11 points, 20 rebounds, 11 assists, 10 steals, and 10 blocks.
Oh, there you go. Another woman.
So, yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I'm telling you, in high school, because you could play a team in high school that's terrible. Like you could literally, if you're a top ranked school, you're gonna have some cupcakes on the team, and if you're a top flight athlete, like top tier, you could literally get 5 steals in the first quarter.
LaMelo dropped 100, right? Didn't he drop 98 points on scrubs?
DeJuan Wagner dropped 100 in high school.
I remember
too.
that. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm just saying. Some of these kids that they're top flight, and I'm sure she's top flight. They could, if they put their mind to it, they could be like, "Yo, I'm gonna get 5, steals in the first quarter, and I'm gonna get 4 or 5 assists in the first quarter, and then, get 5 or 6 points in the first quarter. You pretty much halfway there. Rebounds, 3-4 rebounds. So, but no, it's amazing. I mean, that shit is crazy. So
Okay.
congrats. Yeah. So we found other people. So that's good.
You see this? As I deal with this on a daily, he lives in this world.
We
Which I
found other
love.
people though.
He found other people. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Look, without one other person, you were gonna go dig. You were gonna go like something, whatever. It's great. I'm glad. But my point in all this was like, it's a rare thing, and
Yeah.
it seems like only women basketball play. I mean, but like when you're dealing with basketball, especially with women, if a girl is 6'4" in 10th grade, she gonna do that. Right, I like to your point, like the sheer athleticism that they have, and the fact that genetically, when you're in 10th grade, like some of these girls like 5'4", 5'6" still or shorter, and still growing. And they won't probably none of them are gonna be 6 foot for the most part, right? Maybe 5'8" at the height. So, and she's she's doing a thing, so it's all good. I do want to talk. This is funny. So like the tide has turned in the Drake versus Kendrick thing. So more people now are on the Drake bandwagon for some reason. I don't know if the internet's just, I don't know if they're using paid media to make this happen, but
Give me a
lot more
hug.
people, give me a hug, all this stuff. That people love the album. People are talking about it online. I keep seeing all it, and mind you, I'm in a different algorithm on Instagram. All I see is Drake stuff, loving it, and then they're just making fun of little Kenny, like how and now it's like they're going back to like his love for white women. Did you see that thing for Cameron Brink? That clip? I think I sent it to you. Like they did this thing at I think it was WNBA All Star last year or the year before. Oh no, it was last year. They were asking all the rookies or whoever, Drake or Kendrick, and this is I think before the beef.
Oh yeah.
And they were like Drake. Everybody's Drake, and then Cameron Brink said Kendrick because she's from LA. So, but there's a whole part that they cut out where it's like she had to think about it. She was like, well, I love Drake, and then it's like, but I'm from LA, so Kendrick. That was the only one that said Kendrick, right? I think. I'm not gonna go unless there was somebody over there with some, incense and a dashiki on or something that said Kendrick. But even Dr. Umar don't like Kendrick Lamar. Come on, he's oh my god. Anyway, this has gone viral again, like that post and stuff, and people are making fun of it and how they cut to a clip of her on a podcast talking about how Kendrick was so happy that she said him and he like FaceTimed her or something like that, and it was the whole thing. So he loves a little vanilla in his chocolate, and he's that's Kendrick for you. I mean, and mind you, I don't look. I remember I'm from an entertainment standpoint, it's fine. You definitely won that battle, but Drake is definitely winning at life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and Kendrick is too. They're both very wealthy people, I'm assuming. So
you would hope so.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Yeah. And another thing is it just came kind of out today. Drake canceled the tour dates. So the speculation is, I don't know if any of you are up on this yet. Like, did you hear about this?
Yeah,
like,
I heard it. I heard
the rest of the
Yeah.
Australia dates. So a while back, and this is the thing, somebody was sent me this thing about, was it you about the show not being sold out way back?
Yeah.
So that's false because the shows had been sold out. They added more dates, and those screenshots that people were sharing were for the extended dates that sold out eventually because people didn't know about it until, and then in the show, somebody took some screenshots saying, oh, his Australian dates aren't even sold out yet, and they were. So he had another like 6 shows that he did, so they were all sold out. They canceled it because what happened was, from a scheduling standpoint, it would have been too expensive to keep them there. This is what I heard today, that these dates are 12 days after the official first dates. So they ended up saying, okay, he's not going to stay there for 12 extra days. He's got shit to do, or he's going to take a rest, and we're going to reschedule it. So they're refunding all the ticket money, and he's going to come back and do an additional dates at a later time where he can just do the whole block and get it out the way. So it might be a month from now, might be 2 months from now, whenever he's ready. Because I believe he's gearing up for more album. And a lot of other things. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll see. I feel like, it's good to see. Like, I'm not a big proponent of the Drake, machine and all that stuff, and the music hasn't been as great as it used to be. But we lived in a different time when Drake meant something different to us. But for Lauren's generation and other generations that got exposed to this, it's a good thing. I think it's amazing that he's out there. Doing all this extra.
He'll be fine. Yeah,
he's back. He's gonna be fine. That's all good. He making the money, whatever. He recovered. Nobody's, doing whatever. And then Kanye just keeps getting fucked up. Bad Baby sampled him for an Alabama Barker diss record, which is I don't know. Do you follow that shit?
Not at all. I just thought it was interesting because Kanye West was involved, but apparently, like, he didn't give them any permission. I don't know if you saw the video of him talking, but about it. But he was like,
No, he did give him. He
It
did
was an
clear it. He cleared it.
AI. Yeah,
No, he
yeah.
cleared it. He cleared the sample, but they put an AI
Oh,
version of him rapping on it on a version.
yeah.
He
It sounded
so
like trash to me.
yeah, they sampled Carnival for like a diss
Right.
record that Bad Baby
Mm.
did. And they, so Alabama, like, mind you, Alabama Barker is the daughter of Travis Barker, who's
Mhm.
married to Kourtney Kardashian. Is that true? That's all. I'm
I
getting
think
this right,
so.
right?
Mm.
All right. So
Yes.
yeah, so they're sort of like family because Kanye and Kim and all that stuff. So he knows
Yeah.
Travis Barker, and he put out a video talking about it. And he said, "Nah, I cleared the sample, but I know nothing about no beef between. You
Yeah.
don't even know who the fuck Alabama is. Like he's like, oh, Travis had a daughter. I didn't know. So Bad Baby kind of did it in bad faith, and but he did clear the sample for them to use Carnival because it's like, yo, he needs money, so he's definitely gonna get some money from that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just silly, and he put out this video and stuff. He's still walking around being a Nazi and shit, which is crazy. I heard he got his Shopify store back.
Yeah, of course. I told you
yeah.
what
He's
was going to happen. I said it, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, you were right about that. I didn't think he was, but it's I guess when you reach a certain level, you are untouchable. Like Elon Musk is out here just tearing apart the government.
Yeah, it's all about what somebody can make off you. So
it is what it is.
Yep.
Personal federal workers mass firing. Oh, they're still firing people. And
there wasn't much this week. It was it was pretty light this week on news.
Yeah. There's nothing really going on. But it is what it is. That's
it.
Oh, it is. Well, it's something I want to talk about next. Well, my sister, I invited her to come on this week, but she said she couldn't make it. She wants to talk about politics, by the way, and I think there's a lot of runway for that. But I don't know.
What's her take on politics? Like, she's a Democrat.
What is my sister's take? Like, Sean, she's one of those angry moms. She's on the school board. She's pretty liberal, but not that liberal. She's not really like, okay, she's like the type of person, like her politics have evolved over time. She's a little more conservative, but she's like, she doesn't understand a lot of this stuff. Like they had all these issues, you know, that shit where they were talking about furries in school. Like these kids wanted to be like sitting in cat boxes in the middle of the classroom. She didn't understand that. The transgender stuff, which we all don't really understand if you're kind of like, you know, I don't know. I can't, you know, I try to be, I'm very sympathetic to the cause and all that. But again, being black in America, when, you know, we've been struggling with this shit. Imagine being black and trans, black and gay. I always say that shit. But still, it's a tough thing to call when we got our own issues, and then, you know, I don't understand why politicians make it their top issue to serve a percentage of the community that is so tiny. But yes, helping and doing the right things there. So she's one of these people that's like on the fence about that stuff, but she's very vocal in a very, I'm not going to say uneducated way about like, I'm gonna say a misinformed way. She's one of those people that is you know, sees it on CNN, MSNBC, and that's because my mom used to have that stuff on all the time in the house when she was living there. So but she also doesn't dig deeper, and well, and she's very, what'd you say, like, Sean, my sister, she understands it because she's been in politics, so she understands it. It's just like, it's just I don't think she has like a creative or constructive viewpoint on how to like make change, and then she'll get mad at me. Like she'll, like if I was saying this in front of her right now, she'd be cutting me off and yelling. And I think it's gonna make some great entertainment, so we'll try to dive into that next week if she comes on. But
is she on like platforms? Like, does she talk about it on social media or anything like that?
Yeah, she gets death threats, everything. She's been on, so she's on the school board. Was or is, I don't know, Gwinnett County in whatchamacallit, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. So during the whole height of COVID, kids going back to school wearing masks and all that, you know, they the Republic, big red state over there. So all the Republicans were very adamant about not having to wear masks and all this stuff. There was, I think somebody posted up in front of her house, like, you know, saying they were going to kill her, leaving death threats in her email and on her Facebook, Instagram, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
We told her to get out
that-
of that shit. So,
Mhm.
I mean,
But
I don't-
she, like, that didn't phase her, right? Like, she's still going strong.
She-
Or-
not well. She left. She stopped doing not. It didn't really phase her. I mean, but it did bother her husband. You know,
Yeah.
me. So they did up their security a little bit, but she just got turned off by the way that and she could probably explain it better, how the school board and everything kind of flip flops on things. Now they have they're way more liberal now, so the liberals have a louder voice, right? So it's like weird. And look, conservatives only care about stupid shit and whatever affects them, you know, like, right, Sean?
Directly.
Is that
Yeah.
the way it works with y'all? Yeah. Like, if it affects them directly or if it's some dumb shit. That's what they care about. So.
Look, everybody has to be fiscally conservative.
Well, no, I get the fiscal conservative part, but like on social issues and all that other stuff, it's just silly what we go through. And also fiscal issues too, man. Like, I always say this, and I've been saying it for years and years and years. There will be a time. There's that clip that's out there, arguing with that Trump, that guy on TikTok right now. There's gonna be a time where everybody's just gonna be fed up, and we got to get tooled up and ready to fight against the government or ourselves to get what we want done as Americans. Because there's too many poor people. The redistribution of wealth has been crazy, and it's just like, what scares me the most about it all is like when they come in for your shit. It's not they're not going to go after Elon Musk and Trump. They'll be coming to, you know, your nice little house on the hill where you got, maybe you work your whole life to get nice stuff, right? You bought yourself a nice little Porsche or a Lamborghini or whatever you want. Like, then these people are going to come out the woodworks with they pitchforks and guns and they want all that shit, and they're going to come kill you for it. And that's going to happen eventually. And they'll do it in the name of freedom or whatever, revolution. And then there's going to be the other side, which I firmly place myself in, where we just want to have equal opportunity and understanding and fairness, right? From economics and everything. But most people fall into that, you know, me shit, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I mean, that's just how people.
Yeah.
That's just how people.
That's
are,
American.
you know?
That's very American, though. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's idealism. That idealism, and it's spread like cancer around the world, which is terrible. Like, a lot of countries or a lot of people in different countries think like that. It's fucked up Europe a lot. You know, like, look at their economics and shit. So we could talk about that more next week. But yeah, it's been a good one. I think. It's,
man.
You know, see y'all next week.
But yeah. All right.
Yeah,
All right, bro.
All right. Later.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah.